Hello, today I'm going to introduce the impact of Darwin's theory. Social Darwinism, also known as social evolution, refers to a series of social theories that apply the ideas of natural selection and survival of the fittest from Darwinian evolution to human society. This idea was first seen in the theory of social-cultural evolution proposed by the British philosopher and writer Herbert Spencer. This idea was first seen in the theory of social-cultural evolution proposed by the British philosopher and writer Herbert Spencer, and the popularity of social Darwinism lasted from the 19th century until the end of World War II. And it has been argued that modern social biology can also be classified as a school of social Darwinism. The term social Darwinism first appeared in American historian Richard Hoffa's 1944 book, Social Darwinism in American Thought, which inspired many genocidal preparators, such as the Armenian Genocide and the Nazi Holocaust. And the reason is that on December 9, 1948, the United States Nations General Assembly adopted Resolution 268, Convention on the Prevention and Punishment of the Crime of Genocide, or CPPCG Treaty, Article 2 of the treaty, which entered into force on January 12, 1951, defines acts of genocide as follows. Whoever intentionally destroys, in whole or in part, a national, ethnic, racial, or religious group and commits any of the following: killing members of the groups, causing serious physical or mental harm to members of the group, deliberately placing the group in a situation of life in order to destroy all or part of its life. Mandatory measures are intended to prevent the birth of members of the group, forcibly transfer children of the group to another group. The Holocaust, also known as the Holocaust, refers to genocide of nearly 6 million Jews perpetrated by Nazi Germany and its collaborators. There were 15 million Jews in the world at that time, and nearly 9 million Jews in Europe, nearly two-thirds of whom were killed, including nearly 1.5 million children. Some scholars say the Holocaust should also cover nearly 5 million non-Jewish victims, bringing the total number of victims to nearly 11 million. The massacre took place in Nazi Germany, in German-occupied Europe, and in areas controlled by the German Allies. And between 1941 and 1945, the Nazis persecuted racial and political groups in Europe, and Jews were subjected to widespread and systematic massacres on the largest scale in history. Under the leadership of the Nazi Party and the coordination of the SS, all government departments, commercial companies, and civil society in Germany were involved in matters related to the Holocaust. Other non-Jewish groups affected include Poles, other slaves, Soviet civilians, and Soviet prisoners of war, Roma, communists, homosexuals, Freemasons, Jehovah's Witnesses, and the physically and mentally handicapped. Nearly 42,500 facilities in Germany and occupied Germany were used to concentrate the victims, use them as slave labor, carry them in massacres or other anti-human rights activities. The total number of people involved in the execution of the massacre is estimated at more than 200,000.
Hello, now I'm talking about the impacts in other places. First, in Europe, social Darwinism was widely spread among some intellectuals in Europe. The interpretation of social Darwinism as the time focused more on competition between species than on cooperation. Social Darwinism may have had an important impact on the theory of class struggle. The Terrier explanation and the geometrical policies of Nazi Germany that emerged after World War One. Second, America. Spencer's idea became popular in the United States in 1870, and American scholars such as William Sumner and John Burgess further developed social Darwinism under the influence of Spencer and Darwin. Window writer Jack Long has also written many novels about survival, expressing his understanding of social Darwinism. Thus, in China, the anti-fraternity and reason derived from social Darwinism did not take root in American society. Third, in China, after the Opinion Wars, China was forced to open its doors to the West. The Chinese scholar Yan Fu translated the theory of the evolution of heaven, in which Yan Fu believes that Europe's prosperity and strength in modern times is the result of conquering the sky and controlling all things. He pointed out that Chinese must compete with the sky to win and protect oneself with strong seas. This idea of nature selection, survival, and the physics has around strong repercussions in Chinese society and has become one of the theoretical foundations of changing the law to become strong and modern Chinese nationalism. Social Darwinism has since profoundly influenced Chinese society. Next is argument. The labs in the United States and Western society critics conservatives and many use social Darwinism to oppose any form of universal morality and altruism. Its critics associated social Darwinism in the public mind with eunuchs, racism, neo-imperialism, pseudo-science. However, this is controversial. Some among the social Darwinists call for a strong government to intervene actively in the economy and society in order to eliminate the inferior. They don't believe the markets can do that. Social Darwinism itself does not necessarily produce a specific political position. In fact, social Darwinism is a collection of related social theories, just as existentialism is a general term for a number of closely related philosophical ideas, rather than a separate philosophy. Next, modern application. Scientists continue to formulate and test hypotheses, construct mathematical and theoretical biology, and conduct experiments in habits and laboratories. Thank you. Thank you.